Dr. P, and this is Restore Our Communities. My co-hosts are Mother, Sister, and Evangelist Mattie Lloyd. Hey, how are you?
I'm fine.
She has all those 3 titles. And we also have my good sister, Navita Gunter. Hey, Navita, how are you?
Hey, Wanda, fine.
Great. I tell you, we're gonna have a fabulous show for you today. Very informative show. We're going to title this show "Mama Said." You know, we're all 3 mothers. We're 3 generations of mothers. And first, Mother, to introduce you to our audience, tell them who you are and what is your purpose.
My name is Sister Mattie Lloyd, and my purpose is to work together to make things better in the community. I'm also the founder of the Bible and Community Women's Fellowship Organization. And Sister Thelma Harper, she's on the executive board. It's not just one denomination. It's set up with all different kinds of people.
Oh, okay.
And
political backgrounds as well? When I say political, I'm not saying like a partisan or anything like that, but just people from the political world.
Well, they all support us and everything,
Great.
but it's not politicians.
Okay.
Politicians work, but we have to know that you have all of it. They have to go together.
Okay, what
We're
church?
working together. Rosa Sharon Printing Baptist Church.
Okay.
And Elder Tucker's our pastor.
Okay. Well, great, Mother. I just want to say that let's just start off talking about, you gave your information as to your organization. Now let's talk about this African proverb, "It takes a village to raise a child." Now, we're living in 2003. Does that African proverb work? Because when we look at trying to raise somebody else's child, because when we grew up, you know, mother, teacher, your neighbor, any adult, respectable adult was able to discipline you where you messed up. But today, that African proverb, does it really apply, or can it apply for today in all the turmoil that we're living in?
It should,
Yes.
but it doesn't,
Okay,
because this is a different generation.
okay.
And you know, in the Bible it says, you know, this is a wicked generation because some of the parents are not being parents like they should. And when you have the drug kids, their parents have babies and their minds are different from just a normal child. So you have to have more patience with them to help them. And just like prayer need to be prayed in the home with your children.
That's right, that's right.
You need to teach your children that. Train them up like they're supposed to be. Not for them to tell you what they want or what they want to do. They supposed to. That's the way I raised mine.
Okay.
And not half do anything that you train them to do.
And how many children do you have?
I have 2 sons, Elder Richard Lloyd and Minister William Lloyd.
Okay,
We
you have
all
2
belong.
ministers. Oh,
Yeah, we all
okay.
belong to the same church.
Okay.
And Elder Lloyd, he pastors Green Grove Baptist
Okay.
Church, Printing Baptist Church.
Okay.
Also vice moderator.
Okay.
But getting back to the children, see, they used to come with their eyes closed, but they got their eyes open now
You
when
know
they
what?
come.
That is so true.
And so they're wiser. But let me tell you something. When the baby gets to be 6 months old, you need to start training him to do personal things, you know. So they should, when they start walking, they need to be out of diapers.
Okay.
See what I'm
Some of
saying?
these babies, I'm telling you, they bring the pamper to you. Oh, change me.
But see, and another thing, you have to pray with your children in the home.
That's right.
You have to pray with them and train them how to. I think my children was about 6 and 7 years old when I trained them how to just wash the little plate
Okay.
and the fork. And one time, they didn't wash them clean, and I took the whole drawer of knives and forks and all of it. They had to wash the whole thing.
Oh, that's right. Do
I
it.
think they was fussing. They got up about it, but they didn't do that no more.
Okay.
They were very, you know.
Because
When,
then they knew what to expect from
Yeah.
mama. You know, but if we let them get away, we'll say things nowadays, and if we don't back that up, you know, then they figure we just lip service.
No.
That's,
You
that's
have-
part of the
Well,
problem.
but Mother Lord, what I wanted to kind of rewind a little bit when you were talking about the children, that some of them have a different mindset because they may come out of drug infested and
that is true.
polluted, you know, and I
Womb.
don't womb. And you said we must have more patience
That's right.
with the children. Is there any different training, a way we train those children?
Well, there are some children foster parents has taken, and they are Christian women.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
and they have, and some of them have come out of the hurt and the anxiety that they have been through,
Okay.
and they graduate from school. One problem because every child is not going to respond the same way.
That's right. Because
Now, if
every
he throws a
parent-
fit, if he throws a fit and start having pamper fits, and you just you ignore that, he or she gonna be doing that all the time.
Yeah.
But there is a discipline, and sometimes here's a little secret: when they when they be getting all bad, and all that stuff, and they're in school, and they write, just to let them say write 100 times. Say it and you done used me for the last time. And make them do that every night. There's a different way than just beating them.
Absolutely.
But a child's head is never supposed to be slapped upside the head.
And that's
You
the
know what
quickest
God
to
give
figure
us?
this out, yeah.
What God give us to sit down on, that's what they supposed to spank them with.
Okay.
And that is not right. You're not supposed to cuss your children. You do the cussing in your home, what you think they're going to turn out to be.
That's right.
Right.
And I know that loving them is good.
That's
You
right.
have to show some love, because nowadays they don't feel like, some of them, I listen to them, and some of them don't feel like that their parents love them.
Oh, okay.
Well, because the parents is coming first and the children are coming last. But in this generation, you have to be firm on what you
And consistent.
and consistent. And then another thing, they don't tell you what they don't want.
Yeah.
You
Like
don't
they're paying bills or
you don't lie that, because that's not what they're supposed to be trained so they know how to work, go to work. Like a little summertime, they need little jobs,
That's
Yeah.
right.
because that programs them that they have a
Be
responsibility.
responsible. Absolutely.
And then too, when they have problems, they ought to be able to come to the parents and talk, because sometimes they go to the wrong people.
Yes.
Now, I've seen this here happen. Some women, and I'm saying church folks,
Okay.
Okay.
unchurched folks in church,
Okay.
but not the church in them.
Okay.
Okay.
And so they live this life, and the kids, they're wise, But you cannot teach a child and tell a child what they shouldn't do when you're doing it yourself.
All
Okay,
right now.
amen.
In front of them.
Live by
Yes.
example. Teaching by
In
example.
front of them.
Yes.
And see, that's what cripples a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so, and sometimes you can love your child too much.
Yeah. But you don't want
And-
nobody to touch them.
And you don't want to whip them, and you want to spoil them, and they throw little fits, and you laugh about it and all that. Well, that child's going to wind up, you're going to that child going to give you some problems.
Well, what
later
some
on.
people take that word spoil. Oh, he spoiled me. Oh, I spoiled it. When something's spoiled, that means it's no good.
That's
so
right.
I'm not even flattered by that word.
You have to
when it's
train,
spoiled-
if you train them children up right, you're not going to have no problem with them when they go to school. I'm talking about right.
Absolutely. And
Because-
can a single mother do this? Because some people think, well, the daddy's not around, but it was their choice to grab these men, or should I say it was our choice when we had children by certain people. And then when the relationship breaks up, and I've heard this from a lot of men who are now taking care of their children, the mother is upset because that child reminds them so much of that father who was absent in their lives. Therefore, they're bitter. They're not showing the love to these children.
Right.
And then
Or
the
taking
kids
it out
feel
on those
it,
children.
yeah.
But that's not the child's fault.
It's not the child's fault.
And sometimes people marry because the girl gets pregnant, and if that's not no love, it's going to be a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
And so when like you get married, get a divorce, and you got your children, see. But now there are some men, young men, that they have given them the custody of their children, and they're raising their children to come out right. So it's just, if you have God inside of you, and don't let